In the cheerful town of Snowy Pine, the air buzzed with excitement. Christmas was coming. Best friends Leo, Maya, and Finn couldn't wait for the annual Jingle Bell Festival. The star of the festival was the giant, golden Jingle Bell that sat in the middle of the town square. Its ring on Christmas Eve was said to kick off the most magical night of the year. But one morning, a gasp echoed through Snowy Pine. The giant Jingle Bell was gone. The stand in the town square was empty. Christmas might be canceled. "Don't worry," said Leo, gathering his friends. "We'll solve this. We are the Jingle Detectives." "Look," said Finn, the group's best spotter. He pointed to the ground beside the empty stand. A thin trail of shimmering green glitter sparkled on the fresh snow, leading away from the square. A clue, Maya cheered. "Let's see where it goes." The Jingle Detectives were on the case. The glitter trail led them straight to the warm, wonderful-smelling door of Mr. Gable's bakery. "Glitter?" Mr. Gable chuckled, dusting flour from his apron. "That's from my sugar cookies. But I did see something strange last night. Someone in a big, bulky coat carrying something very large and round. They dropped this." He handed Leo a tiny, bright red feather. "Let me see that," said Maya, pulling out her tablet. She snapped a picture of the feather. A moment later, a picture of a bird popped up. "It's from a northern cardinal," she announced. Finn's eyes lit up. "Mrs. Petal. She loves birds and has cardinal feeders all over her garden." Mrs. Petal was in her garden, looking worried. "Oh, my dears," she said. "I was out late last night. I had to cover my prize-winning rose bush from the frost." She pointed to a large, round shape covered in a burlap sack. "I was wrapped in my big quilt, so I suppose I looked bulky. But I didn't take the bell. I did hear a strange, squeaky sound, though. It was coming from the old clock tower." The old clock tower stood tall at the edge of town. It hadn't chimed in years. As the Jingle Detectives got closer, they heard it. A faint squeak, squeak, squeak. Leo tested the huge wooden door. It creaked open. "Let's go," he whispered, and the friends bravely stepped into the dusty darkness. Inside, they found him. A small boy named Timmy was standing next to the giant Jingle Bell. He was tangled in ropes and pulleys, trying to lift the massive bell off the ground. He wasn't a thief. He just looked very sad and very stuck. "The clock tower's bell is broken," Timmy explained with tears in his eyes. "My dad is the clock keeper, and he was so sad it wouldn't ring for Christmas. I just wanted to borrow the Jingle Bell so the tower could have a voice for one night. I was going to put it right back." The Jingle Detectives understood. It wasn't a crime. It was an act of love. They helped Timmy untangle the ropes and went straight to the mayor to explain everything. The mayor listened, a kind smile spreading across his face. He had an idea. The whole town of Snowy Pine came together. They pitched in to help Timmy's dad fix the old clock bell. The giant Jingle Bell was returned to the town square, polished and gleaming. The festival was back on, and Leo, Maya, and Finn were celebrated as heroes. On Christmas Eve, the giant Jingle Bell was rung, its cheerful sound filling the air. A moment later, a new, beautiful chime joined in. Bong, bong. The clock tower was singing again. Leo, Maya, and Finn shared a warm hot chocolate, knowing they hadn't just found a missing bell. They had found the true spirit of Christmas.